At its core, any good disaster movie is a horror movie. Deadly, nigh incomprehensible events happen, ones larger than any of us. There's a reason that the insurance term for a catastrophe outside human control is an act of God. Disasters from geological or weather phenomena like earthquakes, floods, or tornadoes feel like the wrath of an angry deity. The original Twister, Jan de Bont's 1996 disaster romp about a set of storm chasers, is clearly designed to evoke the storm's horrors. From moment one we see a tornado rampage through the family home of a young Joe Harding, Helen Hunt as an adult, Alexa Vega as young Joe, destroying her life when it violently sucks her father into the sky while accompanied by horror movie lighting, music, and inhuman sound effects. Twisters, its new sequel from director Lee Isaac Chung, captures that reverence, awe, and terror, creating a film that asks us to face our fears and fight for our communities. The conclusion of Twisters demonstrates the effectiveness of Kate's tornado diffusion model. The new Twister sequel, which was directed by Lee Isaac Chung from a script by Mark L. Smith, takes place in Oklahoma amid a twister outbreak that has grown more deadly and catastrophic than the one that debuted in theaters over 30 years ago. Reviews for Twisters have been overwhelmingly good, and the cast of the Twisters sequel is just amazing. At the end of the movie, a strong tornado almost completely destroys a town in Oklahoma. Kate makes the decision to steal Tyler's automobile in an attempt to unleash the formula she devised into the tornado to stop its path of destruction, while Javi, who resigned from Storm Par, and Tyler assist others in getting to safety and shelter. When Kate eventually manages to release the formula, the tornado dissipates more quickly, limiting more damage and fatalities. However, her truck topples over and the formula button jams. After Twisters ends, Kate is returning to New York when a flight is delayed by strong winds. She then reunites with Tyler and Javi. Kate makes the decision not to go back to New York. She was returning, but not to her office job, to present her formula and its potential to a sponsor who would fund additional research on it. Former rivals Kate and Javi collaborate with Tyler and his group to improve Kate's scientific discoveries to stop approaching tornadoes in the region. Meteorology reports and articles follow Kate, Tyler, and Javi's development as they become the faces of meteorology and tornado destruction prevention in the Twisters credit scenes. Even though it's unclear if Kate ever made it back to New York, Twister's conclusion shows that her study and the team's collaboration are still ongoing. Maybe Tyler's YouTube channel helped them gain recognition for their work and income from it. Tyler has millions of subscribers, and the fact that he can assist Kate in stopping tornadoes probably makes him more appealing to them. Ben's story likewise revolves around Kate, and he keeps following the storm chasers around. By the time it's all over, the now partners in business have advanced significantly in their industry and keep refining their studies. According to Kate's formula, the tornado must be bombarded with silver iodine in order for it to produce rain. Afterward, sodium polyacrylate must be released in order to absorb the water, which becomes cooler as it evaporates. This disrupts the Twisters system and effectively cuts off its fuel. This particular mixture upsets the tornado and allows it to eventually disperse by choking it out. Twister's initial failure was largely caused by the application of Kate's formula on an unexpected F5 category tornado. However, Kate was able to more accurately forecast how it would interrupt tornadoes thanks to updated models and technologies. Tyler asks when he will see Kate again after saying farewell to him. She advises him to follow it if he feels it, even though she is unsure. He does just that, going to the airport to locate her before they take off together. Twisters made me wonder if Kate and Tyler would ever kiss, but they flirted with one another throughout the movie. Since Tyler and Kate are now business partners with Javi, it's likely that they are getting closer and eventually falling in love. They genuinely seem to adore each other from the beginning. Tyler and Kate developed a bond despite their lack of physical intimacy, and Tyler was particularly enthralled with Kate's tornado tracking prowess. She became dependent on him for assistance as she was obviously attracted to him as well. Although Tyler had the option, he chose not to. Kate was also hesitant to return to her native country. The two had become close by the end of Twisters. If Tyler didn't feel something for Kate, she wouldn't have asked him to follow her, and he wouldn't have done it right away if they weren't in love. Javi joined Stormpar mainly as an idiotic attempt to help, but he also felt equally bad over his best friend's murders that had occurred 5 years earlier. If Riggs hadn't given Javi and the business a much-needed cash boost, it would have been difficult for him to track Twisters using modern technology. Ultimately, though, Javi came to the conclusion that he was merely assisting Riggs in making money off of people's suffering, rather than truly helping them. He wasn't supporting the individuals harmed by the natural disaster's devastation or working to stop tornadoes. Javi departs from Storm Par after realizing there is much more he could be doing to help people. Before deciding to firmly leave Storm Par behind him, Javi reconnected with his own past and passion to help people, just as he urged Kate to storm Chase once more. Thanks to Kate's research and application of the formula to dissipate twisters, Javi was able to see a way out. It gave him optimism that there was still work to be done and that he could play a part in actually helping. Funding for a study was not the same as working for a predator of the defenseless. In Twister's epilogue, Tyler, Javi, and Kate joined forces to start a business. They discovered their calling together. While the Twisters credits scene shows their ongoing research on preventing a tornado's devastation, a follow-up can concentrate on the difficulties the trio encounters in their line of work. Twisters, after all, gave rise to storm chaser influencers such as Tyler, who faced out against corporate storm chasers like Storm Par, while Kate stood for more conventional research. Twisters gives ample room to speculate as to where the characters will end up after their storm-chasing antics, even though the three may have combined in some fashion. Furthermore, Tyler and Kate's romantic relationship remains unclear in the sequel's conclusion. A Twisters sequel might focus on the couple's next phase of relationship and possibly how they managed to combine a romantic relationship with their scientific endeavors. When Kate and her study colleague were together the last time, he perished while chasing tornadoes. That part of her past and how it affects her relationship with Tyler may be explored in the Twisters sequel. Even though Kate figured out how to stop tornadoes, there may be more to come, especially since there will probably be more catastrophic tornadoes in the future. The climax of Twisters emphasizes the value of scientific collaboration, in addition to the significance of independent research free from the influence of real estate and corporate affairs. Though Tyler was first more interested in storm chasing for the excitement and attention, he and Javi came to understand the significance and responsibility of the work on a more grounded level. Kate wanted to truly help people. Twisters concedes that there is a need to take action in response to the more damaging weather, and that money better spent on research and helping people without taking advantage of them is not worth having.